Hi, welcome to a new episode of The Young and the Restless. We open up wedding reception, and then Jack thanks everyone for coming. He announced that it's not just a reception, it's a vow renewal. And we see Nikki screws and says this is going to be fun. Then we see Audra and Tucker are at the athletic club, and Audra questions why she has to get back with Kyle, and Tucker says that he doesn't need to provide clarity. She asks Tucker what's in it for her. Renewal ceremony skip. Then we see Audra wonders if Tucker wants her to manipulate Kyle, and Audra expresses that she doesn't like orders about her personal life. She doesn't want Kyle to be a part of the plan, but Tucker tells her to keep her eye on the prize and says that Audra will be the one running Jabot. And Audra thinks that it's a desperate act and wonders if Tucker can really pull it off. Then we see Nikki and her assistant is on the sideline. I'm like, Nikki, why did you bring an assistant that's new to a wedding reception of a colleague she knows nothing about? Like, how did she end up on the guest list? But I guess they're trying to work in this character. And Nikki is there pointing out the different people there and who they are to her in GC. Then we see Diane tells Abby she hopes Ashley can tolerate her. Then we see Summer and Kyle discuss Harrison having a fever and not being able to attend. And then they joke about Kyle constantly officiating weddings. And Kyle says that he's no pastor. And he tells her she looks great. But Summer walks off because she sees Chance. And Summer goes over to talk to Chance. And they discuss him starting a new post at GCPD, and Chance doesn't like what comes with the new job, says that he's a person who likes to be on the move, not behind desks. And Summer tells him that she is happy that he is no longer chasing bad guys. Then we see Nikki and her assistants continue to watch from the sidelines and point out people. Then we see Sharon and Abby are talking, and Sharon is there watching Chance and Summer. Sharon is rattled by Chance and Summer talking and giggling, so she leaves Abby to go over and interrupts. And I'm like, Sharon, that's so childish. Go find yourself a man your age. Come on. Then we see Diane and Nikki talks, and Nikki says that she is only there to support Jack and threatens Diane not to hurt Jack. Then we see Tucker says that he is hurt. Ardra has lack of faith in him, and Ardra brings up the fact that the Abbott now have info to blackmail them. Tucker calls her out for being a coward, and Ardra tells Tucker to make a deal with the Abbotts and leave them alone. Then we see Tucker asks if she is turning down his offer to run Jabot, and he warns her that the Newmans will kick her out eventually because she's not blood. And Tucker tells her to do what he asks her to do. He also tells her to go upstairs, get ready, and attend the garden party. And Arya shoves his hands off her. Then we see Diane and Jack questions Kyle about him and Summer talking earlier. And Kyle tells them not to read too much into it. But we can see that Kyle is kind of having feelings back for Summer. Then we see Aunt Mimi talk about the purchase of her investment in Chancellor with Nate and Devon. And Nate asks Devon why he has a problem with it. Devon claims that he doesn't have a problem with it. Mimi says that she is determined to help Nate and Devon get past their animosity. It's time for them to get together as a family. Then she Tracy does a toast and she cries and says she feels like John is there and their mom. Then we see Abby does a toast, and I'm like, why did we have this episode again? It's so boring. Mimi does a toast, and then we see Nikki does a shady toast, and Jack calls her out, and she says that she is talking about love, but she was shading Diane. Then we see security comes to Jack, and he leaves, and then Billy goes after him, and when he goes in the house, it's Tucker, and Jack tells him that he has a lot of balls being there, and Billy comes in and asks him what is he doing there. Jack wants him to leave, and Billy wants the honor of throwing him out, but Tucker claims that he came with gifts. Then we see Audra arrives in the garden and looking at Kyle, and she reflecting on the memory of how they ended things. Then we see Nikki introduces her assistant to Tracy. I'm like, skip. Then we see Nate approaches Devon and Abby and says that life is short and Mimi is right, they need to get past it. But Devon says that he can forgive, but he won't forget what Nate did. No relationship there. Then we see Jack tells Tucker he is not interested in his gifts, and Billy asks if it's a bomb in it. Tucker claims how much he is has been meditated and he wants peace. Devon and Abby comes in and he asks what's Tucker doing there. Then we see Nikki goes and asks Arja why is she there, and she reveals that she was invited by Kyle, Lai, and Nikki thinks that she is there because she has a hard time letting go of Kyle. Arja says to Nikki that she wants to be with Kyle, and Nikki has a problem with it. Then Nikki can't accept it, then they have a problem. Then we see Tucker says that he is there to make peace, and Devon doesn't think that it's the right time. Mimi comes in and she's there watching everything, and Billy tells him to admit that he tried to frame him, and Tucker denies it, and Jack then demands that he gets the hell out of his house. Thanks for watching. Bye.